I would have missed out on an extra $26,000 of revenue because I simply did not offer this service.
Okay, so today I have got a special guest. His name is Chris Welch, and he is Chris the Line Striping Guy on YouTube. And I wanted to talk with him about a new service that he is offering. This is something that is a great add-on service, a great addition to an existing business or a standalone business. So let's get right into it. I wanted to talk to you. Everybody knows you from your YouTube channel, where 99.9% of what you do is the line striping, the parking lot line striping. You've got the How to Stripe course that has helped a lot of people get started. There's a link below for that if anybody's interested. But today we wanted to talk about seal coating, because that's something that you've just recently added to your services. And I want to, kind of understand why you decided to get into another entire service and how it's impacted, your line striping business.
Initially, we started going on about 5 years ago. I started with parking lot striping. I was just getting into it, wasn't really too familiar with it. And with that being said, the line striping really took off. We immediately started getting customers, started getting traction, lots of recurring work. I realized very quickly that it was no longer a side hustle, but it turned into a business. And then about 2 years into line striping, I started getting a lot of requests to do asphalt seal coating. And unfortunately, I had to turn it down because I didn't know about a product. I didn't know how much to charge. I didn't know about the equipment. I had no knowledge or understanding of how to perform the service. As a result of not having that knowledge in my line striping company, ended up costing me thousands of dollars in work that I could have got from upselling my customers. Because whenever you offer services like line striping with pressure washing, crack sealing, seal coating, asphalt repair, when you have those profitable upsells, you're able to stack the offer and increase your average ticket price.
If you have ever thought about getting into seal coating, but you're not sure what equipment to buy, the best procedures and application methods, how to price jobs, or how to repair and maintain asphalt the right way, this is exactly what you need. The How to Seal Coat training is the ultimate step-by-step system for building a profitable seal coating business from the ground up. Created by industry expert Chris Welch, this all-new training program lays out every step of the process, from inspecting and prepping surfaces to applying sealer, repairing cracks, and completing full commercial and residential projects with professional results. You could spend months piecing together bad advice from YouTube or Facebook groups, or you can get real field-proven systems that have built one of the most successful seal coating businesses in the country. Every module is packed with the information and knowledge that you need to shortcut the learning curve and start making money from day one. And just one parking lot job pays for the entire training program. Whether you're adding this to your existing business or starting from scratch, How to Seal Coat gives you the tools, the systems, and the confidence to dominate your local market. Click the link below to get started today.
With that being said, I knew that these margins on asphalt seal coating are so high, for me not to offer the service would mean me losing out on thousands of dollars. And then I just decided to jump into seal coating. I went out and I got a tank and I got a direct fire crack fill kettle melter. And I just started offering seal coating on top of parking lot striping. And Mike, when I did that, our business absolutely exploded. And we do it still to this day.
That is awesome. So what is the biggest job that you guys have gotten thus far as it pertains to seal coating?
Man, the biggest job that we've done was probably a Christian university. It was a massive parking lot. And initially they called for the striping. And I said, hey, you guys really need seal coating. And they said, all right. It was 140,000 square feet. For us, that's really big because, we had just added that service last year. It was $42,000. And I think the line striping was around $4,000. So
Wow.
We went from a $4,000 ticket price to a $42,000 ticket price. And we walked away with about 30 grand. So to put it in perspective for the viewers, if you're already offering parking lot striping or pressure washing, you're thinking about adding on an additional service. Whenever I initially got the call, I was able to stack the offer from a $4,000 ticket price to a $42,000 ticket price, spent $12,000 in material, walked away with, I think, $30,000. And if I only would have done line striping, I would have missed out on an extra $26,000 of revenue because I simply did not offer this service. And with that being said, that's one of the main reasons why we added seal coating, so we could increase our profit margins.
That's crazy. That's a 71% profit margin based on the costs, that your overhead. That's insane. So just because I need to ask, how are you tracking all of this, Chris?
I'm tracking it through Quote IQ.
Yes.
It's, I
Love
mean,
it.
I love it. I mean, we use it every single day. I mean, it's my favorite thing because I open up my phone, I can send an estimate really, really quickly. I can see when customers view the estimate, so I know if they're trying to ghost me or not, or say they haven't seen it or not. So I'm able to open up my estimates, and I'm able to see if customers look at it. I'm able to send invoices, keep track of customers, collect payments. I absolutely love the software, and I highly recommend it if you have a service-based business for you to utilize it as well.
Well, you're a good old boy. I appreciate it. Huge job, 42K. How long does that take you from start to finish?
Well, usually you can get it done very quickly. Really, with large commercial projects like that, you have to phase it out. You can get about each phase done in about a day and a half because once you prep it, seal the cracks, put the sealer down, you got to let it dry. If it's a hot summer day, you could probably stripe it that night or early morning. The problem that we ran into on this project was the rain. I mean, we've had the most rain in Oklahoma that we've had in the last couple of years. So we were really fighting the elements. It took a lot longer than expected. It should have took us about a week and a half, but it took us about 3 weeks because the weather making it more difficult to successfully complete the project.
And with other services that you're providing, hopefully you were able to fill in some of that dead time so you weren't just sitting around waiting for.
I've got work in Texas. And so like when we're raining in Oklahoma, I can mobilize and I can go to Texas and go get work done.
Right. And that's one of the things that you realized early on was commercial was really the route that you wanted to go, and not just commercial, but chains. And you've been able to get in with these big companies with dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of locations all across your area. And I mean, you're traveling where? Texas, Oklahoma. Is that it? Or are you going anywhere else?
We're going to Texas, Oklahoma. This year, we're trying to get another 70 locations up north in Missouri and Arkansas. We've got on our list 127 to do next year, and we service these properties on a reoccurring contract.
That's great. That recurring revenue is what we all love and kind of strive for. Okay, so is there a busy season for seal coating? Do you slow down? Do you have seasonal issues, or is it pretty much year round?
We start in March and then we go all the way until about November. Whenever you start getting into the fall seasons, it's kind of hit or miss because we don't like to seal coat when the weather drops below 50 degrees. So like you can seal coat during the day, you can seal coat at night, but as long as the temperature doesn't drop under 50 degrees and the ground is not moist, yeah, pretty much as long as it's dry and over 50, you can seal coat. I mean, I had the guys out there last night seal coating a Bricktown brewery and they were able to get it done no problem.
And you mentioned a few things, and these are things that anybody that's getting into the seal coating business really needs to understand. And yes, the process itself, the equipment, how to run it, how to land jobs. But there are a lot of things that you need to understand: moisture, heat, humidity. All of these things can come into play, because if you're not aware of these things and you just get out there and start doing this, you can waste a lot of time, a lot of money, and have to redo these jobs if you don't know what you're doing. And one of the things that you've done recently is put out a new training program called How to Seal Coat. I don't know if you want to talk about that and kind of let people know about what it is. I do know right now we have a special on it. It's 50% off. So if you hit the website, there's a link down below. You can check it out.
Yeah, 100%. I'd love to talk about it. First, let me preface it by saying this. The people who are already in the industry do not want you to know the information that I just give away on the channel. They don't want you to know how to start line striping. They don't want you to know how to start seal coating because it's such a severely under-tapped market. And parking lot striping franchises and asphalt maintenance franchises, they absolutely hate me because we, with our training programs that we develop, can take somebody with zero experience and then turn them into an absolute killer, making multiple six figures with the knowledge that we give away in our training courses. And my demographic is towards parking lot striping. So like the everyday person who's adding striping, for you not to know how to seal coat, you're really limiting your profitability. And that's why we created the How to Seal Coat course, because number one, there's not a lot of courses out there like it. And number two, the people who are already in the industry just don't want you to know, because the more you know, the less they make. we like to give people the training and put the training into their hands. That way they can turn around and implement what we teach them to go and make their business more profitable, to add on an additional service, to be able to not have to subcontract people and make 10% margins when you can make 60 to 70% margins.
But one of the things that you said is taking it and putting it into action. And that's one of the biggest things is implementation. Like Chris lays out absolutely everything that you need to know. I was fortunate enough to work with him on putting this together, kind of the back end tech side of it. I know I could probably start a seal coating business now without a doubt. And it's really interesting stuff. But Chris, what do you like more, line striping or seal coating, or is it just a mixed bag? You tell me what you think.
Personally, I like line striping more because it requires a little bit more technical skill. Seal coating is kind of like painting. I mean, obviously you have to be careful, but I enjoy line striping because it's kind of more challenging to me with the layouts and, operating the equipment and stuff like that. But your profit margins are not that high. So now, I've got a guy who seal coats for me in the field. He's our crew chief. He goes and I've already trained him and taught him how to seal coat and everything like that. And now he completely operates the seal coating side of our company. And so I don't like seal coating that much as far as like performing the day-to-day functions of the job, but I do like the profitability aspect to it. I actually enjoy line striping. I think it's fun, but now I've got people that do the seal coating and then do the striping, for me. And if I have to, I'll go out in the field. And like today, whenever I get done with the call, the guys pulled a double. They worked all day and then worked all night to finish the project. I gave them off today. And so now I'm going to go out in the field and work because, they worked a double yesterday. So I prefer line striping, to be honest with you.
So are you going to go seal coat today or are you going to go line stripe?
I'm going to do a line striping job for a church later on today. Just a real small job. Probably take about an hour and a half, quick little $1,200.
Nice. Hour and a half, $1,200. Can't beat that. So Chris, appreciate you coming on, sharing your experience. Congratulations. I know that you have got a lot of big things coming up and I'm excited to watch your channel. Guys, if you want to check out any of the training that Chris has, we put links down below, how to stripe, and of course the how to seal coat. They're both so complementary of each other. It would be idiotic not to do them both. But Chris, any last words, any words of encouragement for anybody that's thinking about getting started?
Yeah, 100%. If you're on the fence, maybe you're watching the videos, maybe you've been thinking about it for a while, maybe you're on the fence about it, maybe you think that it won't work out for you. I was that exact same way. 5 years ago, I would watch people that made YouTube videos with crazy titles, how to make 5K a day, $20,000, $30,000 jobs. And I would think there's no way, it's not possible for me because I had the paycheck mentality. But if you're watching these videos and you're thinking about getting into line striping or seal coating, pressure washing, whatever service-based business you're thinking about getting into, by you not taking action, you're limiting yourself and you're staying in the same circumstances that keep you where you are. If I never would have took action, I would still be in the same situation that I was 5 years ago. And since I got the trainings, since I took action, since I implemented the material that I learned, now looking back, life for me has completely changed. So if you're watching videos like this and you think it's not possible, it can't happen for me, I want to tell you it can happen for you. It is possible. And all you have to do is just take the first step forward. Grab how to stripe, grab how to seal coat. Great discounts going on right now. And yeah, that's it, Mike.